Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So I heard from a lot of you guys that you're stuck in Infinity Tower 9 for some reason. So I'm gonna give you guys an idea of how I did it. And so the difficulty here is that there is one boss Nusi, which means you cannot stun that Nusi. So the Nusi is just gonna do whatever she needs to do, right? She's gonna do everything unless you bring your own Nusi so that you can cooldown reset her, which is not going to be the case for most of you guys. So in the boss wave, there is one Nusi, there is two Leora, and there is two Elaine. I cheesed this with Nusi the first time. I did it really easily because Nusi is a hack. So now that you're up against your own Nusi hack, right? What can you do? So the thing is, I'm going to be doing 60 stars, but you do not need to do 60 stars, okay? So take a look at this, the main reward over here. 54 stars gets you a legendary Abilimon. You only need 54 stars. You do not need 60 stars. So you don't have to go for a full clear for this tower. You can actually just remove Unstoppable. I think this is going to be a lot easier. Or you can also remove Devastating Blow because they multi-hit a lot. And whenever they multi-hit, they could land a stun. And that sucks a lot. But I think for the most part, it is still very much doable with full 6-star clear at least on the 9th floor. And full 6-star clear on the 10th floor as well. But let's go through my current roster over here and why I'm using all of these Espers. And this is going to be like a super easy run, super easy clear. So the first Esper is obviously going to be Lomian because of his type. Oh my god, I have to lower the volume a little bit. Because of his type advantage in this regard. So in the boss wave, he is up against Leora and he's also up against Elaine. His typing is perfect. So we just need him to land the stun at the start, the freeze at the start. And that will buy us a lot of time. And the most importantly, we need to land the freezes on the Leoras, and that's about it. Now, next up, we have Clara here, her stats. The whole point of her is just to give us maybe a little bit of protection, a little bit of healing. That is all. But mostly, I think it's mostly the AP push that is most important in my opinion, because Nusi is just going to strip everything away. Now, next up, we have Jiang Man here, and she is very important in dealing consistent DPS when we are cooldown reset. And why I say that is because when she throws her third skill, after she gets reset or whatever, it is fine because her DPS has already been packaged into little nether blooms that is already on all the enemies regardless of their typing, right? And next we have the Yunchuan and Anesidora combo. I've used this so many times in the past. This is a hack through and through. So Yunchuan, when you use his third skill, this actually allows him to re-trigger his third eye seal whenever the enemies take damage from Anesidora's Pandora's box effect here. So yeah, you can see their stats here as well. So Yunchuan and Anesidora are an insane combo. Alright, so anyway, let's take a look at the video that I have done. This is just like a recording. Now, at the start, it's very important that we try to get rid of the Unas as fast as possible, or at least stun lock him, freeze lock him, whatever, right? Make sure that he cannot move. If he can move, he's going to provide immunity to your team. So it's very important that at the start, you make sure that the freeze lands on him. That's about it. As for the other Espers around, it is best if you get them frozen as well, so that you can just kill them ASAP. But sometimes, you know, it doesn't always work out, like in this case, right? The Tricky got to move, and he did strip some of our buffs. But so long as our combination between Yunchuan and Anesidora still holds, then we should be perfectly fine. There you go. So that's it for the Unas, and the rest is basically history. After getting rid of the Unas, just get rid of the Tricky and you should be fine. Alright, so that's it for the first wave. Now let's take a look at the second wave, right? We are just going to spam all our skills. Spam everything. Just make sure that we freeze the two Leoras and that's it. We are done. There we go. Drop our boxes. Rain all our DPS. Just, you know, prepare all our DPS so that it doesn't matter that we are reset, right? That's the most important thing. So now we get the cooldown resets and all that. But we are still okay because we already have our DPS set into the enemy's lineup, right? So all the debuffs that they have. So right now all we need to do is... I made a mistake here, I shouldn't be hitting the Elaine. I should have been hitting the Leora, but all we need to do right now is get rid of the Leoras. That's about it, because the Elaines, they don't do a lot of damage. And there you go. So that's it for IT9. And yes, I do understand that this is not free to play because I'm after all using an R2 Yunchuan. And it is so important that you have an R2 Yunchuan because it unlocks so many doors for you. You may not always find a reason to use Yunchuan, right? So apart from Sentinel Hunt, where else do you normally use him? Fafnir? Yeah, so these two areas mostly. But in terms of clearing very difficult content, he does come in super clutch sometimes. And of course, that includes an Essidora as well. An Essidora is not an Esper that you would normally use, maybe apart from some Desolate Land bosses. Like Shadow Stream, for example, that's probably a place where you might use her for the speed up buff and the multiple turn taking. But aside from that, maybe Infinity Tower. So yeah, just make sure that you have some of these Espers at hand. They are very helpful in many different situations. And that's about it. That's it for this run. Let me know if you have any other questions pertaining to this particular flaw, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Here's hoping that you have the Espers to make it work regardless. But like I said, if you have any other questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more dislike content. Now with that said, this has been Derek Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.